Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not watching on YouTube, I'm going to give you full send to watch because what I have in my lap is a dream come true.
Yes, we have Hazel Herbert sitting on the lap, the puppy that we've been dreaming up since we started this podcast. I don't know how long she'll stay because she's a puppy and she likes to run around.
But come on, is this not the cutest thing you've ever seen? Oh, hi, sweet
She's
girl.
getting so big. I just went on a trip for just 3 nights, came back and I'm like, my dog doubled in size. She's getting so big.
But she's still a little peanut. How has she been? Tell the people.
She's been a puppy. She's been very nippy. But the best is like right now, she just woke up from a nap and she's just sweet and like licks you and is cuddly. And I think when you get up with her in the morning, you become the favorite person because she's so hungry and needs to go to the bathroom and you're like helping her get these urgent things that she wants so desperately. So I think I'm in the running for the favorite right now.
Oh, don't say that too loud or other people are going to start getting up earlier and earlier.
Oh, that's true. Which would be great because then I could actually get some work done.
What has surprised you the most with being a dog owner?
Surprised me. I think honestly, I've surprised how much puppies nip.
Mm.
I thought that was like every now and again, but when they're teething and how long it is, like just doing my research, it's like almost for the full year.
How come babies don't nip?
They do.
Do they?
Babies do too.
Oh, okay. I guess
Yeah. Like think about having a pacifier when you're teething, you're always chewing on something and biting on something.
That's true. Okay. Dogs just need a pacifier.
I mean, I have a nephew that's still biting, like there's just something with their mouth and, that's how they express themselves, right? They can't speak. They're like,
yeah,
that's how they're playing. And, when they're giving you kisses or whatever. So I didn't think like even my daughter Blair was kind of bummed. She was like, I didn't know she would be so bitey.
She'll grow out of it though.
Yeah. Cause you just think about cuddling, especially the first couple of days she was like sleeping on Blair and Blair was just like in heaven loving it.
And then it was a quick 180.
Sometimes she still gets her to sleep on her, but that's like Blair's goal every day is like, how can I get this dog to lay on me and sleep?
First she's sour, then she's sweet.
And
like a Sour Patch Kid.
Yeah. And she actually sleeps a lot. She's like a 9 to 6 a.m. That's her routine.
I love it.
Yeah.
She's the perfect dog.
Yeah.
And she'll grow out of the nipping and then she'll be even better.
Yeah. And then she'll just like sleep on your lap during episodes instead of having to chew on something.
So this just shows that whatever you want, you can have, ladies and gentlemen. If your convincing is where it should be to convince your husband who doesn't want a dog. Believe in your power, ladies.
You guys, Brooke is in this huge abundance manifesting energy and I'm here for it. I mean, this year for both of us has been such a beautiful year full of experiences that are beautiful. And I've been thinking about it lately. Like we are living such a beautiful life right now. And like you said, I mean, I have a vision board and a lot of the things that are on it have came true this year.
Like what?
Well, one picture is like, I have this picture of a cross with like money going into the open part of the cross. For me, that signified like I tithe 10% of my finances. And just feeling like whatever comes to me, I'm giving back 10%. That's just part of what I believe. Mm-hmm. It's in the Bible. And I do think when you do that, it shows kind of where your heart is and it shows what's important to you and that you are intentional with your finances. And that's just something that I've been working on the last couple of years of like really being more intentional with it and mindful with it and knowing where my money is going, all those things. One picture is 5 people holding hands facing an ocean. I took my family out of the country for the first time in the Caymans. One is a puppy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. What else is on there? There's a mission trip that's on there, and that was the idea. We just did some work in the Twin Cities, so it's like sometimes it might look different. It's like I really want my family to go to like Jamaica or like a country and help out, but we found ways to help out here. So that's something Roger said on the last episode. It was like sometimes it might look a little different than what you're thinking, and I think right now I'm not taking all 5 of my kids to Jamaica, but like there are needs in the Twin Cities, right where I live. We went to the roughest part of the Twin Cities where there's a lot of drug abuse and drug dealing. And I talked with this guy named Jeffrey, the peaceful traveler. He kept telling me what his name means. And he has lived there since the 80s. He was into drugs and was dealing, and then he got clean in the 90s and has been since, but he's stayed to help people and like give back to that community. So it was just cool to hear people's stories and have my kids get some perspective of like, there's kids their age coming through getting free food and free clothing that like
in their home city,
yeah, that live 20 minutes from where we live. And so that's another one. I still have Ed Milet on there.
Ed, if you're listening,
I really want to interview you. He's just a huge role model for me.
So at what point do you feel like you update your vision board because things have came true?
I mean, I think I need to close out this year making them all come true, because one that's not on there is being like financially free, like us having the income goals that I want for this year that we've talked about. So that's on there, and Ed Milet's on there. I honestly think those are the only two things left. And with this abundance, anything can happen mentality from Brooke, I'm going to tap into it, and I'm just going to light Ed up and just finish this year really strong in business. And yeah, I guess those are two of my vision board items. I
love it.
Make come true.
I think what I'm enjoying most about tapping into this energy is that it's just fun. Like the goal is to feel good. And when I'm doing this work and I'm getting up early and reading my book and meditating and like doing all this quote unquote woo-woo stuff, it just makes me feel unstoppable, makes me feel peaceful, like all of the feelings you want to feel. And I think that's the key. And then you start realizing how good life is. You start playing in this energy.
I would say kind of like you're playing a game, but
it's such a game.
Like you're constantly winning.
But I'm winning. Yeah, I said Ian the other day, I said, I get whatever I want. And then he's like, you kind of do. And I have this dream of getting a Range Rover, you know? Mm-hmm. And Ian's dad is a big car guy. And he is, it's not Curtis approved at all. Oh. Because they just, knock on wood, quote unquote, always have issues. And I'm like, but just because they always have issues doesn't mean mine would always have issues. You know, I'm trying to change the belief around that. And we're out to lunch and we're talking about it. And then his dad goes, well, like, which one would you want? And he was like, I go on this car website that, you know, they sometimes come through at a really good deal. And I'm like, see, it's working. It's working. But no, it's fun. And I'm excited to see just like what else is possible. Mm-hmm. I think tracking those goals is something that's been really helpful, and what I'm tapping more into end of summer. Like today, we're going to talk a little bit just about those goals and how we're working towards them, what those tools and techniques we're using really look like.
Oh, she's kissing you.
She's my buddy.
Oh,
this is.
Do you love her? You do. Okay, I won't talk to her because then she'll want to come over here.
Yeah.
You look tired. She looks tired.
You can go Nana, Hazel. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Good girl.
But I think to your point you have two more things to complete. My goals are one of those, and we can work together. Mm-hmm. You think one of us is powerful.
Us together,
though. Yeah,
it's so true. Like, it is nice, and people who are solo entrepreneurs do say this a lot, like, oh, that'd be so nice to have a business partner for when, you know, one of you is down or one of you has something going on or you're just not feeling creative, and to tap into the other person's energy. And
speaking of energy, this dog's crazy. Sorry, it's really hard to focus, but I'm, you know, one of us is down, but it's hard to be down when you've got this little fur baby.
Yeah. Well, speaking of just how we've been, how has the carnivore sitch been going? Is that still on your...
It's still on. My goal is 90 days. Oh, what was that? Hazel might not like the carnivore diet. She just growled.
I think she's thinking about getting down.
Should we give her to Blair?
I think she's okay.
The carnivore diet is good. I'm on day 19, back on day 19. I made it to 30 days, was feeling incredible. And sometimes when you're feeling good, you like self-sabotage, right? And you're like, I don't need to keep doing this. Let's try and enter carbs back. And my body completely freaked out, broke out in hives, had kind of just this going back and forth in my mind of like, what do I do? You know, it's a very talked about diet in a negative way unless you've had success with it. So I think it's easy to get in your head about it. And I would be scrolling Instagram and I would see these like acai bowls, which I love, and these yogurt bowls. And I'm like, I just want to be normal. Like that's my biggest barrier. And then I'm like, why would I stop doing a diet that makes me feel so good? And I would pray about it and ask for my signs. And 3 different days right after I asked for a sign, I got my cardinal and I was like, okay, God, I hear you. So we're back on it, going to try and aim for 90 days. I'm in a season of trust, and that's what I keep telling myself. So I know that everything in my outer world is a reflection of my inner world. And so if I can keep my mindset strong around it, then I reap the benefits is what I believe. So every day I'm watching someone on YouTube. I really like Kelly Hogan right now. And she has kind of like a mastermind or a group of all of these women specifically doing carnivore. And she's got free YouTube videos where they just talk about their success with it, what it's helped with. I would say 5% of the videos I watch are weight related, which I really enjoy because it's all about chronic illness, gut issues. And yeah, so far so good. I feel like if this is what helps me, then I just have to be all in. And I'm not afraid of being weird and doing the non-traditional thing. I never have. So like, why now? I think I just have to fully own it. You know, when you're like half in, you're like, but if I just fully jump in, I'm so clear-headed. I think it helps with the manifesting and the abundance energy because you feel good. It's a very spiritual experience because I'm like praying to God and I'm trusting. I hear things and I see things just like so differently than when I'm clouded by having a stomach ache 24/7. Yeah. Like when you're not in pain, it's amazing. I'm like, I have energy to like organize my cupboards.
I can think about something else like besides that my stomach hurts right now.
It's freeing. And, you know, a lot of people, like I said, have negative beliefs and just the comments on TikTok of like, yeah, well, you know, it's good until you get off of it. And then it's your symptoms are way worse. And that's a big argument right now. And I'm like, well, why would I get off of it if I feel so good? And there's so many stories of like pregnant women and people that are experiencing infertility and they do the carnivore diet and they get pregnant. And then they're like, is this safe? And the argument is, well, it helped you bring a baby into this world. Yeah. You're getting so many nutrients. Like, why wouldn't it be? But every doctor isn't telling you that. Yeah. So it's just teaching me more of what I knew that like modern medicine is kind of effed up.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think as we evolve, what you're saying can apply to anything outside of the food you're eating. Like, and a huge goal of mine and a huge focus of mine moving into the fall and the winter is like really focusing on non-conforming to what everybody else is doing is like the superpower.
100%.
And that goes with carnivore, right? It's like, of course you can hear all these negative things and you could focus on them and let them dictate you. But like, it's with anything. You're going to hear running a marathon's bad for you, you know, and it like lights up my world and gives me all these experiences that I cherish and gives me this feeling of, okay, if I can do this, what else can I do? And so, yeah, people can say like, it's bad for your knees or whatever, but like my knees are great. Do you know what I mean? So
everyone's going to have an opinion.
Yeah.
And I think let them. And when you know, I've had a lot of people like, oh yeah, like, I just don't know if I could do that. And my response is, if you were miserable and hated your life because you felt like shit, you would be open to it. Like, I think there gets to a point where you feel so bad that you are willing to try anything. And a lot of people have been there. And like anything in life, the hard thing, if you get through it, ends up giving you so many benefits. Just like if you stop drinking, it's not easy at first. If you train for a marathon, it's not easy. If you start an exercise plan, it's not easy. If you're getting nipped by a puppy, but the puppy outgrows the nipping here. All right, Hazel, eat your bone. Like it's really practicing delayed gratification.
Yeah.
And it's each day, like I have a notes in my phone where it's carnivore wins. Yesterday I was like, I noticed my skin is really glowing. I'm like, ooh, okay, write this down. And then every time I open that note, I see all of the other things of like, oh yeah, I haven't been bloated. I'm about to get my period and I'm not bloated. What? It's just, the idea of tracking, writing it down, getting super clear, having the support, like these are all the things that no matter what your goal is, all of these things will help you.
It's so true. And most of the reward, like you said, it's like a delayed thing. And it's usually different than what everybody else is doing because everybody else is going for instant gratification. We're just wired that way to want the easy, whatever it is, even if it's bad for you. It's nuts that that's what we do. But the reward is the delayed gratification. Mm-hmm. And I follow so many endurance sports athletes that it's like the reason they're so successful and so many people follow them and they get all these sponsorships is because they're doing something hard that nobody else is willing to do.
And so I think you reap the benefits.
Yeah. And
if it was like easy, everyone would be doing it.
Right. Same with business. It's like one of my goals too in the fall and the winter is like the idea of eating the frog. Whatever it is in business that I'm resisting doing, it typically is the biggest needle mover, but it's also something like unfamiliar or uncomfortable. And the reason why it would make you more successful is because nobody else is doing it. And so it's like, that's going to be at the start of my day. It's like,
but okay, no, why does it have to be hard? You're telling yourself it's the hard thing.
No, I'm not. I'm just resisting it. It's like this natural resistance that I feel in my body. And it's not like I'm saying it's hard. I'm just like,
come easy.
Yeah, it's just like more unfamiliar than editing this podcast. And this is like what I love to do and I could do it all day.
Yeah. I would let that puppy nip me all day.
I know I was like, wow, she can really talk through this. This is like a new resistance
and finally,
training.
I'm whole.
I think you as a listener, when you're hearing us reflect what's hard for us or the uncomfortable thing, like we all have a thing that we know we need to be doing more of. It could be drinking more water. It could be that simple. Mm-hmm. But, like Brooke said, there's so many little tools to use, tracking it, keeping it top of mind that way. Mm-hmm. And Brooke does something too that's like, it helps her with goals is like rewarding herself once she hits certain benchmarks. And that's just a part of like hitting those pleasure sensors, of, okay, if I am successful with this, like something I also want to do in the fall is like a challenge of some type of just like 3 to 5 things. If I hit these things for 30 days straight, what's the prize? For me, it's not usually like a thing. It's usually like I'll book a trip or I will plan my next marathon or, whatever it is that like, that's what motivates me. But do you want to tell people how you kind of use your benchmarks to motivate yourself?
Yeah, I like things, I'm a yoga girly that also likes designer things is what I found out, Okay. And so for the carnivore.
Do yoga girlies typically not?
I don't know, like how many, I guess, yes, but I guess that's stereotyping. I'm just saying, like, telling the people about myself. I like nice things, and I also like yoga and to breathe and carnivore diet, I guess. I'm kind of an enigma. But buying new things rewards me. And so getting through, like, a to-do list or another day of carnivore or I'm trying to think of things I've done in the past. Hitting a certain mileage if I want to get back into running or hitting a certain amount of workouts each week. Like my default, I think, and it has been for a long time, has just been like running on E of no energy. And so getting through a to-do list, even if I write down my top 5, like sometimes that feels like a lot. Towards the end of the week feels like a lot. So I'll just reward myself of like, okay, you really want this new sports bra on Amazon? That's $10. If you crush these 5 things today, buy the damn sports bra.
Oh, but it's still like delayed gratification.
Right. And weird, just like that, I have motivation to do my to-do list. Now, this isn't to say like be financially irresponsible. In the past, I've done like with carnivore $10 a day, and then just like put that into my savings account. And so I'm saving money versus spending. You just have to find what motivates you. Like, is it, okay, you're going to book a babysitter and have a date night, or you're going to call in sick to work because you have PTO and you never use it and you're going to have a personal day? Are you going to say no to something just because you can? Like it doesn't have to be physical things, but I think the key is to find what motivates you and how do you seriously tap into that?
Mm-hmm. I know you've got me thinking now. where I'm like, I need a smaller thing to buy instead of another trip.
I also think like for some people, it might be hard because they're like, I could buy that either way. Like when I have coaching clients and I talk about rewards, a lot of times they'll be like, I would buy that anyways. Okay, well then up the stakes. Like, would you book a massage? Would you book the marathon, the trip? And maybe it's not fully booking it, but it's solidifying the date, like taking the next step to make it happen. I think gamifying is a really great way to achieve your goals, and that looks different for everyone. It takes getting out a notebook, putting yourself in a space where you're inspired and excited, and then just seeing what comes to mind. And I think that following the breadcrumbs of like what feels easy can be helpful. Do you see a dog? Like for example, for working out, maybe the goal is you want to walk more, and it's easy for you to walk when you're listening to something or calling a friend or putting your iPad or your phone on the treadmill and watching something while you walk on an incline. Like follow what feels easy. I don't think it has to be the hard thing, what feels like forcing and grinding. And that's something I'm playing into is like what feels easy, because what if was easy was actually what's aligned, and that's why it feels easy.
Yeah.
Why does it have to feel hard? Why does it have to feel like work? It's just these stories we tell ourselves, and it's deconditioning these stories.
Yeah.
I'm not someone that works out. Okay. In the past, maybe not, but why can't you get creative with what that looks like? Maybe it's dancing in your kitchen, running around with your puppy.
Yeah. And you'll just want more of it. It's just, I think the biggest thing is people getting started. I don't think it's like keeping up with it. Although some people are like you, where like you get going and you're like, boom, let's go. And then you can like burn yourself out because you go too hard, too fast. I feel like there's either those people, or they just like don't start.
But I've also learned like how to get back to that level. I know that my cycle affects that. And instead of like beating myself up, I'm like, no, your body is literally shedding a part of itself. You can rest. It's okay. Like give yourself 2 weeks. You'll be literally feeling unstoppable. This is the time where I tap into more of laying low, listening to meditations, watching things, because I just don't have the physical energy, and that's okay. Like I think honoring where you're at, and you learn stuff about yourself. As long as you have that lens of learning, I now know, okay, if I do fall off, well, watching Eric Thomas really motivates me, or listening to an audiobook that's about manifestation is inspiring to me. Like let me tap into those things to get that momentum. Because you're right, it is just about getting momentum.
Yeah. And I think the importance too is like knowing yourself. Like, okay, this isn't new that I fall off whatever I'm doing around this time. Like my body's going through something, or, you know, my days I'm on fire. If you're a guy, like you're not cyclical, and it's like every Tuesday, Wednesday, I crush it. So like give myself some grace Monday to like ease into things. Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm going to go hard, you know, and
if I don't go hard, then I don't go hard.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm reframing is it doesn't mean that I fell off. Hannah, who we just recorded with, she was like, plan your days around your energy. And sometimes that works lovely. Other times you have things that like you can't cancel because you have low energy. But I think being okay with not feeling on fire, but still showing up as you are, like sometimes that's enough. And you have to meet yourself where you're at and not beat yourself up.
Yeah. And I think you and I are great examples of that, because like with the podcast, you can't be like, oh, 3 weeks from now, what part of my cycle will I be in? And I think the beauty of that is we've told guests before, like, hey, I'm not feeling great, or you might hear me coughing, or
I'm going to have to put my leg up because I just had surgery.
Yeah. Like we've had to be flexible. And a lot of times those episodes actually do great because half our listeners are in the same boat you are, or I am, of like feeling off, but still tuning in to like reap the benefits of, whoever we're interviewing or ourselves, where I think that is important. Like the grace of it, where you're not like, I'm off, so something's wrong with me. It's like, no, I'm a human and I'm going to have off days. I'm still here. And I'm still curious of how, when I'm in this state, whatever you're saying is going to apply to me.
Yeah.
I think sometimes we're like, nope, I'm not going to listen to that podcast. I'm not motivated yet. And it's like, well, actually tune in, because it might give you something to get you to that next place, or be like, hey, I'm going to feel a lot better next week. I know it. And let me just take some tips for now, not counting yourself out because you're not having the best day.
Maybe that's when you need it the most. I don't know, like if this is bad to put this out there or if I'm like reinforcing being sick, but I have noticed that when I do things and I don't feel good, it turns out way better because I'm not in my head and I just like, I have no filter. Like some of my best yoga classes I think are when I'm sick because I just don't give an F. I'm like, just get through it and whatever, like I channel it almost. Like yesterday I had a class and I was not feeling great. And after they're like, and I felt really good about it after. And the girls too were like, that was amazing. And I'm like, shit, really? That was like, okay, go off, queen. So like there is something about just when you're sick, you just aren't in your own head, at least for me. So I've learned to just trust, just show up as you are and whatever is meant to happen will happen.
Yeah. And when you say sick too, I think you don't mean like flu sick. You mean
no, low energy, just not feeling the greatest, right?
Yeah.
Getting your period, whatever it may be.
And if like you're new here, like Brooke like struggles with like chronic fatigue, not all the time, but it's something that I think people don't know because she looks the way that she looks. And a lot of people struggle with this. And it's not even just like a chronic illness thing. It's like, okay, you're pregnant and you're chronically fatigued for 9 months straight. You know what I mean? Like people are walking around chronically fatigued for lots of different reasons, whether they're terminally ill, they've got their period, they're pregnant, they're going through infertility treatments, or just menopause, like deficiencies with vitamins. I think there's a lot of things that like we don't realize how much people are struggling, and it doesn't have to look a certain way. And I like to remind myself of that, of like, if people do feel off, it's just giving everybody grace instead of feeling like, oh God, if I was feeling that way, would I be acting that way? And it's like, I have off days all the time. Even yesterday I was at Valley Fair and I was like, just feeling really tired, like getting back from traveling, getting up with a dog super early, and then like trying to make this beautiful day for my kids that it's like bucket list item. It's like trying to get yourself to like tap in with some good energy, but like, you know, and then you can, like you said, like you could beat yourself up about it, but it's just part of being a human being. And if I can give myself grace, then I'll be more likely to give everybody else more grace too.
Yeah. It's like this dance between giving yourself grace, knowing you're human, but like not wanting that to be your reality. Like I don't want to be chronically ill. I'm not eating carnivore because I love the idea of just eating meat the rest of my life. Like absolutely not. Yeah. It's because I want to have insane energy, and you hear all these success stories, and then you start to play with this energy of like, why can't this be me? Could this be possible for me? How do I make this possible for me? So I think it is a fine line between like, you don't want to be the victim and say, poor me, woe is me. But you also need to understand like, okay, you're not going to be lit up every single day, and that's okay. And how do I find that healthy place for me?
Yeah. Well, I'm proud of you, because I think that would be really hard to not have as much variety as you would like. Just being able to eat whatever you want. Not that you, I mean, you've had to be pretty particular in the last few years, but I feel like this is a new level of it, and that cannot be easy.
Yeah. But if it gives you the freedom of feeling good, I think that's all I need, is to keep seeing benefits. And like I heard someone say once, like, what do you have to go back to? Like, I don't want to go back to how I was feeling. Okay, then there's your answer. Like there is no, like I'm kind of just burning the boats and fully stepping into it and being okay with it and finding those milestones that I want to hit. And then once I get there, like if I'm feeling good, why would I want to go back? And there's so much variety if you choose to look at it that way. Like if you list off all the different types of meats and animal products, there's hundreds and hundreds. Yeah. That's just not what our society normalizes.
Yeah. You are such a mindset shifter today. I love it.
Did you have to be? If you don't, you're going to cry, and the weirder, the better. So buckle up, people.
But I think if they just focus on carnivore, they're going to get in their head about like what that would look like. But if you step back, it's you not conforming to what everybody else is doing, not caring what anybody else thinks, doing what makes you feel the best. You're tuned into yourself tuned into like spirituality and positive mindsets and focusing on the good. I mean, you can take these choices you're making and anybody can use it for like what they know they need to do to feel better. That is going to be different than what everybody else is doing. And I just think it's like where your mindset is right now with this abundance energy and this like giving less F's, which you've kind of been like that for a long time. It's just at a new level in a different way. It's powerful. And I feel like it's going to filtrate into like everything you're doing.
Not being afraid to claim what I want because I'm writing it down every freaking morning. So like, of course I know what I want because I'm writing it down. And I invite everyone to play with that. Like, be your own word police, audit your thoughts, gamify it, keep like a practice every day and just see how much better it gets. You get so much clarity and you know what that next move is. And if you don't know what it is, you know how to pray for it and what journal prompts help. And it's as easy for me as like my life and here are all the things that I want. And it could be physical things. It could be how I want to feel. What is an ideal day? If I woke up a billionaire, what would my day look like? Like, you just have fun with it and you just see what comes up. And what you'll notice is you're not that far off. Like the things I'm writing down, I'm like, bitch, you could have this tomorrow. Like, come on. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay. All right. I'm going to tell Ian, and we'll make it happen. So I think clarity is like the number one thing I want to get across today is what do you want? What feels off? What do you want to change? And just be open to the ideas of what needs to happen for you to get there to just come, because you're going to start to become more open and attuned to it when that's what you're focusing on. That's science. That's how the brain works, is what you focus on, you get more of. So I hope this motivated and inspired you. Really had nothing to do with carnivore, more so just owning what you want, putting the right steps in place, getting the support, listening to things that light you up, because it's all about energy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's a great point that you're saying. All that you just said, I want to echo that. On top of it is that what you said in the beginning of the episode is like getting excited and having fun with it. Yeah. Because a lot of it's like, I want that, but I'll never have it. You know, it's like, no, like getting excited about it, knowing it's possible and anything's possible is a huge part of that. That it's like when you're gamifying it, it's fun. Like you're making it like, not a game that's hard to play, like a game that's fun to play, and you get excited thinking about playing the game.
And like challenge your thoughts, you know. Oh, I could never fly in a private jet. Why? Why couldn't you? You could literally meet someone that needs you or invites you on a private jet. It could literally be that easy. Like that's the type of energy that I want you to play into, because for me, that's what's so fun is having that thought. And then I'm like, but why? Like, no, it's not. Yet last week I found myself singing, I will never say never, Justin Bieber. And I'm like, oh, that is the theme song. As I'm like journaling and I'm like having these negative thoughts. Or no, I was typing a pitch email. And then the little monkey on your shoulder, that's, you know, the lizard brain of like, no, you can never have that. And then I all of a sudden out of nowhere, I just started singing Never Say Never by Justin Bieber.
I love it.
Good energy, man. Good energy.
Is Biebs on your vision board?
No, I don't know if I ever want to meet Justin Bieber.
Oh.
I just want to
let her down.
Yeah, I just want to let him live high, and I'd rather have other things happen than there's no one that I'm like, well, other than Tony Robbins, that I'm like dying to meet.
Yeah.
Like, I think people should meet me.
Girl, you will know my name.
No, I don't know. Circle back, but
yeah. Well, thanks for tuning in to our fun, exciting energy for fall and winter coming. I'm excited for clarity as well. And I think, yeah, that is such a hit home message of ways, like Brooke just listed off so many and all the things that she's doing to get clarity. It's so important and it feels so good. So do a little reflection for yourself, whether it's you're just talking to yourself, you're writing this down, you're
creating a vision board,
so
many things.
Thinking about it before bed. You know, we've been talking a lot with people about that of like, you know, you're laying down and you're trying to get those thoughts to like clear out, but like maybe like that could be a spot. The time you have to yourself, you're about to go to sleep, you know, about to dream up whatever you want. What do I want?
Although I did that, and last night I had a dream that Ian and I were arrested for stealing money. And I'm like, what is my subconscious trying to teach me? Because people say your dreams are like your subconscious talking to you and trying to teach you things. So I didn't love that one. I also had a dream. Now that I'm remembering my dreams now. Remember when we recorded with Deborah, and I was like, I don't remember my dreams. I had a dream that you were teaching this massive yoga class in the park and you were terrible. And I was having like secondhand embarrassment. And I was like, is this trying to teach, like, what is this trying to teach me? That I need to be teaching yoga in a park? Like, I don't know how deep I want to look into the dreams, but it is interesting that I'm like waking up remembering my dreams now. Oh. And they're not good.
Yeah. But that's usually the ones you remember. You're like, that was so weird.
Yeah. I need to have some better dreams. So that's what I'm manifesting now. Yeah. Well, thank you all for listening. I would say 3 gold stars are get clear. Find a way to write it down somewhere you see it every day, whether it's a journal, a vision board, your desktop screensaver, somewhere. Tap into that good energy, whatever that is. Reading a book, a podcast, a meditation, like having that practice around that, and then figuring out a way to gamify your goals.
Mm-hmm. And 4, believe anything's possible.
And 5, hit like and subscribe to this podcast.
6, no, just kidding. And your piece of gold today is going to be from Tony Robbins. No. Do you have one? Oh, I thought you were going to say it. I was just thinking of that.
Well, Tony Robbins does say you can't manage what you don't measure.
Oh,
write it down. Track it.
This is Gold Ivy signing off.
Listen to your truth and go chase your gold.
TR, baby.